Hello team, today's challenge is Morse code, where we're given a string that is Morse code and we need to translate it to actual letters. So in this case, we have the dash dash dot dot, which is the letter Z, right? Or dot 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 dash 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 dot 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 SOS and all the way down. They are guaranteeing a few things in here. So the letters will be separated by a single space, and the words, when we find one right here, will be separated by 3 spaces, right? And by the end of this, we'll have made that hopefully just a little bit flexible, right? We're going to try and open it up to other delimiters, which is what that is, okay? So jumping all the way over, we need to translate this table into some data we can use. And I've gone ahead and done that just to keep this video a little bit on the short side. I used a map for this, so we have the Morse code as the key and the letter as the vowel. As it is a vowel because I'm highlighting an A, as the value, right? So key and value, okay? And then we will use that down here. Now, the way that this code works, it's, if you think about it, you have words and you have letters. So we need to split on the words and we need to split on the letters. And that is exactly like any other matrix, right? We have the words are the rows and the letters are the columns, right? And the letters can be any length. So the columns or the rows might be slightly different, right? And we need to allow for that flexibility. But with that thinking, we can do something like let output equal an empty string. So we're going to build into this string, which is what we're going to return down here. We can go output just like this. And then inside of here, we are going to start our loops, right? And with matrices, we always have 2 matrices, whatever you want to call it. We always have 2 loops though. One for the rows, one for the columns, right? So right here, we're going to go not for, sorry, I already have the for, let word, right? If I could type word of code, right? Now, in this case, if I do it this way, that it's actually going to be the letter, right? I need to tell it how to break this apart. So we're going to use split here, and this is going to be on that space. And for some reason, whenever I hit the space board, the space key twice, I get a dot, right? That's me being on an Apple machine, okay? So they helpfully do that, but we need 1, 2, 3 dots. You can see the very faint dots hiding in there, 3 of them, okay? Inside of here, we're going to do another loop, okay? So now this is the columns where we go, we're going to call it characters of word, just like this, dot split. And this time we're going to split on a single space. So right here, single dot, single space, excellent, okay? With that, we output. So output what? We're going to append, right? So plus equals is kind of our way of doing append to the string. And we are going to go to Morse and get, because it's a map, we can use get the character, okay? What if we have a character that is not in here? Like maybe we have numbers, right? Because Morse code has numbers. I don't know if Morse code has punctuation, but all those are in there, right? Or even if they do include regular old punctuation, how do we handle that, right? Well, it's not going to be found inside of our Morse map. Instead, we should probably do something like this and just return the character, okay? We could also change this to an empty string, but I feel like just returning whatever that character was is probably the safer bet, okay? And that way people can see it and go, oh, I can't do Morse code numbers based on what we have here today, okay? But hey, stretch goal, right? We could go and add that into our map and then it would be available. So there is that option. Now, we need to take care of the space, right? It was 3 spaces. We need to do a single space. So let's go output like this, output plus equals a space. The problem with this is that it's going to tack on a space at the very end of the string. So our very last word is going to have a space on the end, which is not what we want, which means that we should trim, okay? At which point everything works, right? And it works pretty good. If we wanted to, we could change these for loops to be indexes, right? And then we could use the index of this first for loop to see if we are on the 0 index. And if we are, we skip it. If we don't, if we aren't, right, if we're greater than 0, the 0 index, then maybe we add that space, right? That's a way to control that, controlling it inside a loop instead of just doing this trim. A few options there, okay? Every way that I tried this, right? And I like this one the best because it feels very clean to me. The for loops are going to be very fast. They're going to go through very quickly and get the job done. But the truth is that this and this bug me, okay? Because what happens if somebody accidentally hits different spaces or the delimiters are different, especially that last one? What if we wanted the delimiters to be, say, 3 colons, right? And then down here, this would be a single colon for whatever silly reason, right? Well, we should make it flexible to allow for that. And what that looks like is right here, we can very quickly go options, send it equal to an empty object. And then we can peel off some items from that object, right? So right here, we can go, what did I call it? I called it word delimiter, big word, send that equal to the 3 spaces, okay? So if we are not past word delimiter inside of options, it's going to default to 3 spaces. Great, right? Same thing down here where this can be the character delimiter. Did I actually call it that? I called it letter delimiter, but I'm going to change it to character delimiter just because I can, right? That one was a single space, right? And then we can use these. So right here, we take this, we replace it with, I should have just copy and pasted this. Excellent. Character delimiter, we're going to put that right there. And then maybe, just maybe, because we're here already, right? We add another one for word joiner, right? And this can be, again, a single space. At which point we take this word joiner and we put it in right here, which means that now we are getting rid of all those hard-coded values, right? We're making it as flexible as possible. If they want to change the word space to something else, or maybe they want 2 spaces, they can pass that in as options, right? I actually forgot. We need to go equals options, just like this. It wasn't highlighting. Excellent. Okay. So there it is. We can take these options and make them a little bit more flexible, right? And of course it still works. Everything is still good. Again, that trim kind of bugs me. Should I move it in here? I'm not going to do that today, but you could, right? Definitely let me know in the comments if that's a thing that you would prefer, right? Again, not every solution, just hopefully one good solution. I feel like we've done that here, and it's not the only one. I tried a bunch. I tried regular expressions. I tried it with maps and reduce and stuff like this. And this one just feels the most clear and performant. So there it is, right? But maybe you disagree. Maybe you thought an object would be better for this, or maybe you went a different way down here. Let me know all that stuff in the comments. Let me know what you liked, what you hated, and of course, what you would change, right? All that good stuff. I love reading that. But for today, this has been Morse Code. And yeah, that's it, right? That's it for this one. And I will see you tomorrow.